everyone, and welcome back to session 2 of our KS1 Athletics club. So today what we'll be looking at is our sprinting technique, or our running technique, trying to perfect that to make us even quicker when we're running. However, back in session 1 we had a go at our standing long jump. If you can remember, we went over the technique for that, how to jump even further. So before we start running, we have to go over that to see if we remember what we were doing and how much we learnt before. So what you're going to do is start off exactly the way we finished our last session. So you're going to have one marker down, that's going to be the marker you're going to start next to, and you're going to pick up a marker you're going to use to measure your distance. If you could remember, we always measure from the back of our foot, from where our heel is. That is one of the biggest things when we're doing our standing long jump. So just a little reminder, just to recap on what we did last time, you're going to come up alongside the marker that you've laid out. You're going to start 2 feet around about shoulder width apart, knees slightly bent. To remember, the key word is power here. We bend our knees to build up power. I'm going to start swinging our arms. This is to build up momentum, another key word that we learned last lesson. So power and momentum to carry ourselves forward, to give ourselves the best chance possible of having a good jump. When we land, remember, we bend our knees slightly, we have our feet again around about shoulder width apart, just to control our jump so we don't lose balance and fall over. So I'm going to have one go at my standing long jump, so bending my knees, swinging my arms, swinging, 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 big jump. I'm going to land, lay down my marker at the back of my foot. I'm going to go back and try and beat that. We're going to do this 5 times. So I'm going to have another go. If I beat it, I'm going to move it forward. I'm in line, so I'm not going to move it. I'm going to come back. Another big jump. There we go. I slightly beat it there, so I'm going to move it forwards. That's 3 goes for me. I'm going to come back. I'm going to try again. So in line with my marker, swinging my arms, big jump. Didn't beat it, so I'm going to go back. One last big jump for me. I'm going to try and beat my score. So bending my knees, swinging my arms, big jump. Again, I just about beat it, so I'm going to move it forward. So have 5 goes on that. In session 1. So now we're going to start on session 2, where we're going to be doing our racing / sprinting technique. So just the way we started with session 1, we have to start with a warm-up. Just to learn the basic technique and just practice what we're going to do today. So, like I said, sprinting technique. So you're going to start with your markers. Again, all you're going to need for this session is just a few markers. That's it. Again, you can use anything. As you can see here, same as last lesson, I've got 4 markers set out here. You can use socks, you can use t-shirts, you can use cones, you can use tennis balls, you can use footballs, you can use anything that you have that you can use to mark out a distance. So I've laid out these 4 cones here around about 2 big steps away from each other, each one. So if you can do that, that's perfect. If you want to put them a bit further away, even better. You want to challenge yourselves and you'll get even better. If you don't feel as confident, you might pull them in a little bit. Again, that's fine. Just put them wherever you feel comfortable with. So for this, all we're going to do the same way we started last lesson is with some shuttle runs, but this time obviously we're going to sprint, because we're looking at that in today's lesson. So you're going to start on your first marker, just start next to it. You're going to sprint forwards to the second marker and then come back. You're going to sprint to the third marker, come back. You're going to sprint all the way to the end now and come back. As you've seen there, I've run forward, there and back. What you're going to do, you can do that 2 or 3 times. Go there, back, there, back, there, back, always facing forwards. This time you can go there, then backwards back. Remember, we always have to look over our shoulder so we don't fall over. We're then going to get back to the first one. You go to the third one. You're going to look over your shoulder and come back. Then you're going to go all the way to the last one and then look over your shoulder on the way back. You can do that again 2 or 3 times. You're going to spin around, go backwards there and forwards back and backwards there, forwards back. Now all the way to the end, backwards there and forwards back. And now you can complete the whole thing going backwards. So backwards there, backwards back, backwards there, backwards back. So for the next activity we're going to do, it would be very helpful if you had a partner for this. So this could be a parent or a sibling or anyone that you have with you at the time. Just anyone you can find, grab them, give this a go. So you're going to set this out the exact same way that we just did, depending on how much space you have at home or wherever you may be doing this. Again, the more space you have, it'll be a bit better if you spread them out a bit more. But again, it's completely up to you. If you feel more confident with it being a bit closer, not a problem, that's fine. So you're going to start on your beginning cone. The first cone that we have here is going to be number 1. The second cone is going to be number 2, and the third cone at the end here is going to be number 3. So I'm going to come back to my starting cone that doesn't have a number, and I've got Mr. Bat with me today. He's going to shout out a number that I have to run to, and I have to react and get there as quick as I can, and then get back, and then get ready again for him to shout out another number. So what we're going to do as well, we're going to start here in our ready position, so knees slightly bent. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to run as soon as Mr. Bat shouts a number. So
number 2.
So I'm going to run there and get back as quick as I can and get ready again.
Number 3.
I'm going to run there, get back,
1.
and get back.
2.
This time, get there, and then get back. Again, what we can do this time, if you're feeling you want a bit more of a challenge, you might want to go forwards there, backwards back, or backwards there. So we can give this a go if Mr. Bat shouts out a number.
2.
So I'll go backwards, and then forwards back, and if he shouts out another number,
1.
I'll go backwards and forwards back. Give that a go. Okay, so this time you're going to take out your 2 middle cones. You just have the first cone that you start on and your end cone. This is going to be your distance. Again, like I've said so many times already, if you want to make this distance bigger, feel free, it's more challenging for you. This time, all we're going to do is we're just going to run to that cone and back, trying to complete it as fast as we possibly can. However, this time we're going to introduce the correct technique, so you should notice yourself getting a little bit faster, hopefully, as we go on. So, we're going to start in our ready position, so knees bent, looking nice and ready, so we're ready to go straight to that cone. What we're going to do is, when we start sprinting, we have to use our knees as much as possible to drive ourselves forward and get as much power. So our knees are key in this. So we're going to drive our knees forwards and upwards in order to create power to make ourselves nice and quick when we're sprinting. Arms, again, are very important. We're not just going to keep them down by our sides. We're running like this. We're going to use them as much as possible to, again, create power and move us along a lot quicker. So we're going to pump them, so driving our knees and pumping our arms. They're the 2 key words for this. Driving our knees, pumping our arms to get us there as quick as we possibly can. So knees nice and high, driving us forwards and upwards, arms swinging at the same time to get us to that cone as nice and quick. So when Mr. Bat shouts go, I'm going to try and get there as fast as I can, turn around and get back as quick as I can as well. So I'm nice and ready, I'm on my toes.
Go.
I'm going to get back, swinging my arms, driving my knees up to get me there as quick as possible. When I hit that cone, I'm going 1 foot in, and I'm accelerating off the other way to get myself turned around and going as quick as possible. So I'm not stopping at the cone, turning around and then going. I'm sprinting to this cone, I'm touching it with 1 foot, I'm bouncing off and going as quick as I can the other direction to get me going as fast as possible. That'll help me to get a quicker time across the 2 cones. Okay, so for our next activity now, again, you're going to need a partner for this one, so I've got Mr. Bat helping me out for this. You want to set up a cone where we was, so a marker where we started. That's not going to change. This is going to stay where it was. You want to keep your end marker. That's not going to move. We're going to call that green because it's the colour green. We've got a football here, so that's the colour orange. We're going to use orange. And I've got my jumper over there, so we're going to call that black for now. So we've got orange, green and black. 3 different coloured objects in a line that distant, that far away from me. So you're going to start at this. You're going to face the opposite way. And what you're going to do is, this is a bit more of a reactions test, but it does help out your running as well. So you're going to start facing this way. When Mr. Bat calls out a colour for me, I have to go and touch that colour and get back as quick as I can. So I'm going to turn, I'm going to do the technique that we've already gone over, just driving my knees up and forwards, pumping my arms as fast and hard as I can to carry myself forwards to get to that object and then get back as quick as I can. So although this is a reaction test, it does help your speed. You need to turn and go as quick as you possibly can. So I'm going to turn, I'm going to face this way, again ready positions, I'm going to be on my toes, knees bent, I'm ready to go as soon as Mr. Bat calls out a colour. So I'm ready.
Black.
And I'm going to go, pumping my knees, driving my knees, pumping my arms, and I'm ready again.
Orange.
I'm going to go, 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 touch it and get back as quick as I can.
Black.
Then I'm going to go again. One more.
Black.
Okay, you're going to do that a lot more than me. I'm out of breath just doing that. So you can do that as many times as you want to. Give it a good go, try as many times. what you can do is the person that's with you, so your partner, you can get them when you're facing this way, you can get them to jumble up the items in a different order. So when they call out an order, when they call out a colour, you don't know where it is. You'll be facing this way, they can mix it up behind you, and they might call out a colour, but I don't know where it is, so I have to turn and react to it, and then get there as quick as I can, remembering our technique, driving my knees and pumping my arms as hard and fast as I can to get there as quick as. Okay, so for this activity now, all you're going to need is 3 markers. So you're going to place one down where you want to start, another one roughly 2 steps away from you, and the third one, you can have that as far away as you want to. That one is up to you. Don't do 2 steps, try and keep it a little bit further away from you so it's more challenging this time. So what we're going to do is we're going to start on our first cone. We've got this cone in front of us, and then the end cone is going to be our final distance that we're going to have to get to. So what we're going to do is when Mr. Bat shouts go, we're going to get to this first cone as quick as we can. We're going to touch the line, get back, and then we're going to push ourselves off, accelerate forward as fast as we can, driving our knees upwards, pumping our arms to get to that cone as fast as we can. So we get here, we get back, then we go forwards as fast as we can, driving our knees up and pumping our arms as hard as we can to reach that end cone. So when Mr. Bat says go, I'm going to give it a go.
Go.
So I'm going to get there, get back, and then I'm going to go as fast as I can to this cone at the end. I'm going to walk myself back, catch my breath, I'm going to give it another go. So when Mr. Bat says go again,
Go.
I'm ready, I'm going to go forwards, backwards, and then push out as fast as I can. Driving my knees up, pumping my arms, carry myself as fast as I can across that distance. Now, if you want to have a bit more of a challenge, you keep doing that for a minute or 2, and then if you're running out of breath, like I am, you can have a little break and change it up and do something a little bit different. So what we're going to do now is we're going to start backwards. We're going to go backwards there, push forwards, turn, and then go. So you go backwards, forwards, turn, and go. So when Mr. Bat says go,
Go.
backwards, forwards, turn, and go as fast as we can. So we're going to give that another go, catch my breath, walk back, and go
Go.
backwards, forwards, turn, and drive myself through to that cone as fast as I can. Okay, so now we've kind of gone over our correct sprinting technique to try and make ourselves as quick as we possibly can. So it's going to be end now, so what we're going to do is we're going to have a little recap, one more little activity to try and get yourselves a little bit faster if you can. Again, have as many goes at this as you feel is necessary. Just give it your best go, that's all we ask for. Yeah, and just try your best for this. So last activity we're going to do, you're going to lay out 2 markers. One, again, the starting marker that we've had all lesson, and we're going to have one at the end over there. You want to start at this marker. Again, we've done this a little bit already. When Mr. Bat says go, I'm going to sprint there, sprint back as fast as I possibly can. This time, I want to try and go quicker than I was before, using my correct sprinting technique. So driving my knees, pumping my arms, very important. The 2 key words that we've learned today, driving my knees, pumping my arms. That's really, really important to remember, because if you do that and you carry that on, it will make yourselves a lot faster, and you'll be able to clear this distance a lot quicker than you would have done, would have been able to at the start. So when Mr. Bat says go, again, I'm going to be in my ready position, I'm nice and ready.
Go.
And he says go, I'm going to get there, turn, get back, pushing off of one leg like we did before.
Go.
I'm going to go, get there, push off one leg, get back. One more time.
Go.
I'm going to go, get there, push off, and get back. This time, instead of turning and coming forwards, backwards, you can go there and then come backwards, back on the way back. So when Mr. Bat says go,
Go.
so I'm going to go there forwards, I'm going to get there, and then go back, shuffling back nice and quickly.
Go.
I'm going to go again, I'm going to get there and come backwards nice and quickly. This time I'm going to start backwards,
Go.
I'm going to come back forwards, I'm going to push off and get back forwards,
Go.
I'm going to go backwards, then push off and go forwards. Remember, driving your knees forwards and upwards, pumping your arms. Good luck.